Hey, what's going on, guys? Sorry, I just wanna before I start this video, I just wanna apologize for the late upload. This is 2 weeks ongoing since my last upload. Um, Today is July 10th. It's 11:57 p.m. currently. I just finished up some food that I um got earlier today. I think a topic of discussion that I really want to kind of just put out there is kind of just learn to be happy. Learn to smile um in your life. I feel like everybody's life and social media pages are kind of just covered and a lot of hatred and a lot of diversity nowadays, where a lot of people hate each other and they're caught up in different circles, looking at the other side, and everybody has their different differences and um opinions. And I feel like me, as somebody that kind of works around this stuff, I try and not get caught up in all the drama and stuff. And kind of how I go about it through my life is, or day to day, is I just kind of be myself. Learn to be yourself. Find things that you're great at, and find things that you love, and find things you're genuinely interested in, and find find things that make you happy. Find things that make you smile. I think that is just so important. And for me personally, I just go about my day being myself and being who I truly am. I truly just do the things that I enjoy the most, and I surround I surround myself with people that I like and love and that I enjoy being around with. And when you exchange that energy between people and exchange your energy between the activities that you do and the things that you invest yourself in, or the things that invest into you, that speaks volumes. And a lot of the times, um how I go about it is just learn to smile, learn to be happy, learn to be kind, learn to be like honest and stuff. Those are like three really big things that I always constantly do, is just learn to be nice, learn to be kind to not only yourself but also to everything and everybody around you. And yeah, just like be honest. I know a lot of people, like, lying is like a common occurrence every single day, but I just throughout the years and throughout the months and stuff, I rarely lie. Like, I don't really find myself I don't really don't like catch myself lying a whole lot. If anything, it's like for, I don't know, just like miscellaneous purpose or anything. But just learn to be honest and learn to be like kind of live life to the fullest. I think we all can agree that we like, well, that's kind of obvious, but we're all here kind of temporarily. We're kind of all here for a limited amount of time, and this we only have a limited amount of time with our siblings and our friends and our family members, like our moms, dads, aunts and uncles, grandparents, And I feel like we gotta stop spending so much time worrying about like physical things, physical problems, the little stuff, like consumerism based ideas. Like, I feel like we just gotta stop like worrying about money and work and like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like we just gotta stop. Like, wow, why worry about it? I sometimes you just gotta like take a step back and just ask yourself, like, why am I worrying so much? You know? I've heard someone say that when they're talking about like us working all the time and we're just like working, we're just chasing the dollar, you know, like the rat race. And someone said we're not human doers, we're human beings. And I thought that spoke good volume to me because I agree with that because we're not humans to do, we're humans to be. We're human beings. And simply, you might ask, what is it to be a human being? Well, it's simply to just exist, to be. It's not whether you're doing the right or wrong thing. It's just to simply, as you being a human existing or being in the presence of other people, or just the presence of you being a true kind soul, just who you are. That is your only duty, and the only duty you should care about is being a human being and being kind and sympathetic, empathetic to others. And I think there's another there's a couple other sayings that I have on the top of my head. Another one would be you know, when we're working all these hours, whether you're in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, when you're in your 50s and maybe you had children, you got married a couple times, or you got divorced, or you owned a couple cars, worked a couple jobs, you traveled to a couple places, wherever you went and stuff. I feel like it's super important to do your life justice, that you don't you don't live your life showing up to work. Just, I feel like you'd be doing yourself a disservice that if you're in your 50s and if you were to look back on your life back when you're in your teen years or your 20s or something, or 30s, like, to not be sure that you're not gonna regret the things that you wanted to do. Um, just let me correct my camera here if I can fix it. Hopefully it doesn't take a whole lot. No, it won't here. There we go. And I think yeah, I feel like it's just so important to just, I feel like the meaning of life is just to simply be, to is just to be, you know, like just to live life to the fullest, you know. I've been like I'm 24 now, and I've been constantly on the teeter-totter, or like the scale, like weighing scale of just like trying to figure out if I should figure out my financials or if I should go to that concert, you know? Like I uploaded recently about going to Tampa for Kanye. I just recently, last weekend, I literally just drove to Edmonton to go see ASAP Rocky. Why? Because I wanted to. You know, I'm 20. I'm in my 20s. I'm 24. I don't wanna do myself a disservice and grow up old and realize that, damn, I should have just went and saw him, you know? I don't want to regret it, you know? So I'm always at this like teeter-totter of life of like, do I worry about financials? Do I worry about that credit card debt? Do I worry about that bill? Do I worry about, you know, investing? Do I worry about putting that money away? Bro, just whatever you want to do, just do it, bro. We're all just here. You know, some people woke up today. Some people were living their life thinking that they were gonna wake up tomorrow. They were thinking that they were gonna have tomorrow, and they didn't. You know, like they just died for whatever reasons and stuff. Like you think about it, like there's people out there that they wish they had today. You know, here I am in my comfy ass room. Here I am, and I got this comfy ass bed. I have a TV right there. I'm sitting in front of a computer and a setup that I built. And I had food that I just finished, you know? And somebody woke up woke up wishing they kind of had that. They're wishing they had this day that I had where I got to go to work. And you know, it's like where they saying it's to change. It's what they say, to change the way you speak about things you do. You know, like people say like, oh, I have to go to work, or I have to do the dishes, or I have to pay this bill. You know, no, I get to go to work. I get to do these dishes in my own kitchen and clean the plates and glasses that I drink out of and eat on. And I get to drive a car. You know, there's some people that wish to have a car, or to wish to have even dishes to eat their food off of, to have a comfy ass bed to sleep in, you know? I just feel like we have to be a bit more grateful and empathetic and kind and happy for what we have in our life, and to not take so much of it seriously, and seriously just live life. Live life. I'm not sure what more I can add, but that's just kind of what I wanted to really talk about. Sorry again for the late upload. I'll probably be back at it again with the next weekend or something with another subject, but this is me just clocking in, and then and yeah, I'll probably be back at the next weekend. Thanks everybody. Peace out.